On our morning show today from WRCO, we're here to talk a little bit about the spine-chilling adventure at the AD German Warehouse coming up with us. We have Ashley Mott, who is a volunteer. She's a board member and secretary of the AD German Warehouse. It seems like this was a long ways off when you first talked about it. Here we are in October, and it's right around the corner, Ashley.
I know, it's already here. It's going to come by really fast.
It is. You've been having a few meetings with some of your volunteers and getting them ready to go. How's that been going?
It's been going really good. We have volunteers. We do need more volunteers, so if anybody wants to volunteer, reach out to us. We can reach out to us on Facebook or info@adgermanwarehouse@gmail. We do have build dates too, so if anybody wants to help, you can help build and set up and decorate the haunted house, which is really cool. All of our volunteers that participate in the haunted warehouse actually get a free movie ticket for the Starlight or Center Cinema. That's good until December 31st of this year.
And I think they'll be showing some scary movies during that weekend too, won't they?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. You can get scared all kinds of ways that weekend. So tell me a little bit about this year's haunted warehouse and what's going to make this one unique.
So this one is going to be unique because it's going to be inside. It's going to be the first and second floor of the AD German Warehouse, which is awesome. It's 4,000 square feet on each floor, so that's approximately about 8,000 square feet you're working with for a haunted house or haunted warehouse. That's what we're doing. So it's a lot to pack in, but we're hoping that we can give the community a really, really cool attraction and have it be a little bit longer. Which is really neat too. So you'll check in the 1912, and then you'll move over to the warehouse and venture up through the floors.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's a little different and a lot more space than you've had in the past then, isn't it?
Yep, it's a lot more space, which is kind of neat and tricky at the same time. We have a kind of like certain areas where you kind of have to like go through it kind of like a maze. And then we have other areas where you stroll past, you don't really know where you're going. So it's pretty cool. And we've had a group of people that have come in and helped us throughout the last couple of months kind of come up with new ideas and things like this. I've been working on this for a year about. So it's just kind of like been a labor of love. And it's just one of the really, really cool events that I work with throughout the year. So it's one of my favorites.
You'll have the soft scare. I don't know if that's the right word for it.
Yep. So we have a small scare, soft scare. So those are going to be for the people that don't necessarily want all the lights off. They want to come through the attraction and come to be able to support us. So if you, mostly it's directed towards like the little kids and then their parents. But my aunt and uncle went in there last year because she does not like the dark. So she came in during the small scare too. So, and that's from 5:30 to 6:30. So.
Do you provide depends in case somebody just really gets scared?
Nope, we don't, unfortunately.
Maybe next year. And it takes a lot of volunteers stationed throughout this.
Yep.
Are you pretty well set for volunteers, Ashley?
I need about 15 more volunteers if I could have my dream, yeah. I need about 15 more to like fully staff everything that I'd like in there, yeah.
Even though you've had a little training and those things going, people aren't going to be behind now if they volunteer?
Nope, not at all. So they can reach out to me, and then I'll go over all that information with them and then get them set up so they're good to go. So we do have a mock run through. That's the 24th, which is the Thursday before the event. And then that way they'll be able to know exactly where they're at, and then it'll be another reiteration of the instructions that I gave them too. So if they haven't signed up, they are more than welcome to reach out to us, and we would be happy to have them.
In the past, Ashley, I know you've had different rooms dedicated to different frightening subjects. Is it going to be kind of that way again?
Kind of similar, kind of not. I don't really like to go with a theme because it kind of pigeonholes you. So this year it's going to be kind of sporadic, and I kind of want it to be more random. So people kind of won't know what they're going to get when they go into, quote unquote, the next room or wherever transition period that they do, yeah.
Right. For instance, you could have my senior picture in one room, and that'd be
Yeah.
that'd be really scary.
Yeah.
Will you have
Yep.
music? Is that a part of it too?
Yes, so we are working with Mastodon Records. Craig is coming in to help us with that, which he's been amazing. And he's been helping us set that up and kind of work through the different musics that we're going to be having them played on the first floor and the transition up to the second floor. And then the second floor has a couple different musical tracks. So I let that up to his creative genius. So I know he'll do a great job. And then we've had Ben Kelch come in and do some commercials for us. He's going to help us do some videos for the people waiting to go in. So to kind of help with the logistics of it and the groups going in. So we've kind of a community effort here. We've got some things donated. We have something donated from Pratt's. We have some stuff donated from A Plus Furniture, which has been really nice, and a couple others. So it's been really good to have a lot of the community come together and to be able to help us and support us too.
You couldn't do it if you didn't have some free stuff there, could you?
Absolutely, yes. We did a BP out on a bunch of things that we needed, and the community came through, and they've been dropping stuff off for us, which has been absolutely amazing. I know that we have a lot of boxes, styrofoam boxes that have been donated us from the hospital, which has been absolutely great. They just appear, and it just is amazing to see if you just ask how much the community will give back to you.
This is a very important fundraiser. Is this your biggest fundraiser of the year, Ashley?
Yes, it is. So this fundraiser is our biggest through the entire year. Last year we raised $6,000 profit. So in just 2 nights, which is amazing. So like I said, this is our hugest fundraiser. And so we like to be able to give back to our community and give them an attraction, but it's huge for us in terms of what we raise annually. Yeah.
How close are you to your goals? Do you set goals for each year? Some money that you'd like to have made each time?
I do. I like to see the amount of people go through. I think that's for me. I want to be able to see the people that come through and enjoy the building, enjoy the attraction, so it gets bigger and bigger. And again, will come with the profit too, which is amazing because we can do a lot of stuff with that money.
You recently had the debut of, you had a little bit of a club going on there. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so we had a soft opening. We kind of been throwing around speakeasy, lounge, sort of like a pub. So we have a little area on the first floor of the warehouse that we've been working with. It's been amazing to kind of see the transformation. There's been a lot of work put into it. They've spent hours over there working on it, and they want to transition that into a working lounge or speakeasy where you have beer and seltzers and wine sold there to be able to continue to support the like the donations that come in and the I would say like the money that comes in as far as being able to restore the building. So we have a streamline of revenue coming in.
Any other events coming up at the end of the year, or is this kind of the last big event for the 80 German Warehouse?
So I think that we are going to have a craft or artist fair around December for holiday gifts. So that's kind of in the works. I'm not particularly sure what date that's going to be. So those dates are going to be announced on Facebook and other various things. But if they sign up for our Facebook group, they'll be able to get all the events that we have.
Why do you get involved? Why do you volunteer?
I get involved because I grew up here. I've seen the building when it wasn't in use. I was always just very curious about it, and I knew it was special. It's designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. It's huge. It's its only warehouse he's ever done, and it's in my hometown. And the building wasn't being used when I was little, and now the board that I'm on is using it. They're doing it. They're making progress. They're doing all these things that is going to sustain the building and give back to the community, and that is amazing. Who wouldn't want to be a part of that?
Even if people aren't interested in the 80 German Warehouse or Frank Lloyd Wright, it is really important. We all benefit when you have visitors to the community to visit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We have visitors from Italy. We have visitors from California, Canada, Texas, Arkansas, New York. I mean, we have visitors from all over the world that come to visit that particular warehouse. I did a tour probably about 2 months ago, and they were architects from Italy. And they specifically planned this warehouse on their trip throughout the U.S., which is amazing.
Do you feel a little intimidated when you're on a tour with architects? Like,
Yeah, you do.
I bet.
Yeah, you do. They know way more than you do most of the times, but they want to be able to see it. They want to hear the story about the warehouse, and that's usually where I gear towards my tours is the story of the warehouse, not necessarily the design, because most of the people that come through know it already, and I like to give them the personal story of the community and its relationship with the warehouse.
The tour season for the warehouse is now over, isn't it?
It is. So we usually run our tours from May to October. So we want to be able to do it year round. But with it being limited heating in there at this point, we have it from May to October. The nice thing about it is that we were able to get the building completely sealed last January, so January of 2024. So we all have new windows in there. We have doors. The roof is sealed. So right now it's just more or less getting the inside done now because we have everything sealed.
Yeah, if money were no object, can you imagine what a place that would be? And your rooftop, maybe you'd have a lounge up on the rooftop?
Yes, that would be amazing. I mean, there's so many things that you could do with the building. And I mean, list can go on, and it's all these different things we hear about from the people that come into the tours about, oh, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this, but it really depends on money. So we need those funds to be able to do the things with the building that we would like to do. But it would be amazing to have, like a rooftop lounge or bar overlooking, the amazing nature that we have around. I mean, the hills, everything. It's gorgeous up there.
I've never been there, but I bet you can see pretty well when you get up there, can't you?
You can. And you can definitely see the driftless rolling hills, and the views are just amazing. And we don't have that in the driftless area. We just don't. I mean, we're located in a spot in between Madison and La Crosse, and those are where you're going to find your rooftop bars and things like that, but you're not going to find it in this area, which if we did have it, that would be really unique and would draw more people in to come and see it as well.
Because it is a Frank Lloyd Wright building, does that make it easier when you're writing for grants, or does it make that much difference?
It makes it a little bit harder because we have to have historical credits, and so we have to be able to work within those guidelines as well. And we have to apply for certain grants for certain things, so it kind of makes it a little niche that we have to do. So it makes it a little harder actually to write grants for it.
But I'm sure that process continues, right?
Yep. So we're always continuing to think about what we can do and try to see if we can find something somewhere.
Well, let's go over the scare again coming up. What are the dates, Ashley?
So the Haunted Warehouse is going to be October 25th and 26th. It's going to be a Friday and Saturday, so it's just going to be 2 days. The small scare is going to be from 5:30 to 6:30, and again, that's going to be for your parents or kids or anybody that does not want the lights off. And then at 7 o'clock, that's when all the lights are going to go off, and that's what we call No Mercy. So all the actors are going to get ready, and they're going to get to scare you as much as they can from 7 to 9:30. The small scare, kids are $10 and then adults are $15. And then after 7 o'clock, everyone is $15 to go in. And so we have tickets that are sold at the 1912, which is 177 East Hazeltine. And those can be through cash or credit card. So they're at the 1912, and then they'll go through the instructions. They'll wait for their group to get called, which is a max group of 8. So if there's a small group, they'll get merged. If there's a larger group than 8 people, then we have to separate them. It just makes the attraction a lot better for everybody that's involved. So if you have a larger group, then they're not going to get scared as much. And we also like to keep that as far as, tracking people inside the building as well. So we're really excited.
Oh, it's going to be fun. It'd be great if you had a group of 8 friends that went through together, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's really fun to see a big group of people that all know each other to go through. Yeah, it's really fun. I really like it. And I had a scare last year, and that was probably the best part, is to see everyone's reaction to it because they know it's happening, because the first set of people kind of saw something, but you don't know what it is because you haven't seen it yet. And then when they get to it, they get scared as well.
Oh, I bet.
So,
Even though you may be expecting it or knowing it's coming, it's still
right.
going to be a
It's a
fright.
suspense. Yeah.
Oh, that makes it so much fun. And I don't know what it is, but people, horror movies do well in the theaters. It seems like people like to be frightened.
They do. They do. And this is good fun too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Anything else you'd like to add, do's or don'ts for that? Video, can you do video while you're in there or not?
No, so we don't allow cell phones or videos or anything like that, just mainly because it ruins the attraction for everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
And if you lose it, so if you take your cell phone out, we've had that happen in the past. We're not able to stop the actual attraction to go find your phone. So you either have to get it at the end, or it may be gone, it may be kicked around, it may be stepped on. We can't guarantee that. So all cell phones we don't allow in there. Recorders, nothing like that. Unfortunately, because this isn't because stairs are involved, we can't have people that have crutches or wheelchairs or anything like that come through the event because we don't have access for that. We don't have a working elevator in the building at all right now, so it would just, unfortunately, we can't be able to have people that would go through for that. So,
Oh, that's a good tip for everybody.
yeah, and there's going to be strobes. There's going to be lots of light. There's going to be like fog machines and things like that. So people with medical conditions should just be aware and be mindful if they choose to come in, just to kind of keep a lookout for that. So
Those things that jump out at you or you think they're jumping out, that's sometimes the scariest, isn't it?
yes, yeah,
And there might be some of that too.
yes,
Without giving too much away.
that's right, that's right.
Well, we hope people will take advantage and look forward to it. And there are many things going on. The Pumpkin Fest is happening that week
Yeah.
as well. So.
Yep, right across the street from us. So if you're at the Pumpkin Fest, come on over and visit us too. So they've helped us out a lot with advertising and things like that, and that's amazing. So
Great. And you're working with the theaters as well for
Yep.
possible pass there too
Yep.
for coming through.
Yep.
Well, Ashley, thanks so much for joining us. And we hope people will take part in the, what annual event is this?
This is the fourth
Fourth.
annual Haunted Warehouse. Yes.
Fourth annual Haunted Warehouse.
Yes.
Awesome. Coming up, the scare of the Small Scare or the No Mercy Scare. And it's happening October 25th and 26th in our community at the AD German Warehouse. Have a great day.
Thank you.